Hi, I'm Richard. This is Malia. The goal of our project is to just find out different opinions amongst the community of Gilbert, see like different variations of age, like how they feel about what it means to be an American to them. And basically we're just going to ask them the questions and then follow up if something just seems a little bit too vague. And that's about it.
Okay, Jason, in your opinion, what does it mean to be an American?
For me, being an American means being able to have the right to vote, being able to have all the rights that we have, and trying to give those rights to other people in the world.
All right.
Being American encompasses a lot of things. I don't think there's any definition of an American. I think what it is what it represents and what it means to other people. For instance, my mother from Scotland, her idea of America was the idea of more freedom, the ability to raise her children in an environment where they were free to choose what they wanted to become without a lot of government interference and telling them this is what you can and can't do. So it varies from people to people because everybody has an idea of what it means to be an American. For me, it's myself. It's the enjoyment of liberty, the ability to direct my life in a manner that I feel is fit as long as I don't impede upon somebody else. And in America, that's what's embodied, that desire, that capability to truly expand your mental faculties, your economic abilities, to do what you can and what you please.
To be an American, it means having freedom and rights.
Okay, and what type of things do you feel an American citizen should do throughout their lifetime?
Vote. For sure, vote.
Okay.
Vote is a big thing. See other countries, experience other things. But see what's different out there.
Probably just like voice their opinion about America or whatever, or what they feel like should change, or vote. Just be a
Vote?
good citizen.
So just be active in the community?
Yeah.
All right. In your opinion, what are some things we could be doing as a country to help get better?
Well, make America great again. I believe that if we could all figure out middle grounds between many different races spread throughout country and kind of find ourselves being more humble with each other, maybe more fitted in communities and everything.
So like find a tolerance point between everyone?
Find a point where we can all live in harmony. I think once we find that, we could start building our country great.
Well, like how do you think we could do that? Like what do you think we could do to start being more tolerable?
Train. I think honestly a lot of it has to do with the police system. I feel like if we trained them all and actually understood that like, hey, you can't like, no matter like what you do, you can't be more suspicious due to someone's color and stuff. I feel like that would be a good starting point. Just jobs and everything, making sure that equal pay is equal pay.
You can pick up trash and don't litter.
I'd say to get better, I think we should be more respectful to our president. Even if you don't like him, he's our president, and you should just suck it up and respect the man.
On a local level, what are some things you could do to make Arizona better as a state?
Limit the amount of charter schools because they take the students away from public schools, and that means public schools are getting less money. So
Getting rid of Ducey, but I guess you're talking about something else.
Well, that's a good answer.
Oh, okay. Let's get rid of Ducey.
Well, we're known as the state, one of the states who has the lowest paid teacher salaries, and that leads to low motivation in school. So I think we should raise the salaries of teachers.
Live life to the fullest. Be a good American. Don't disrespect the flag because a lot of people die on it for you. A lot of veterans risk their lives to fight to make sure this country is safe, especially over in the Mideast and in other places in the world where there are wars going on. Like, there's a lot of bad stuff and there's a lot of veterans dying every single day for us. So just respect them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And what advice would you give to the younger generations who are about to be active citizens?
Research.
Research?
Know your stuff and take part. If you don't like something, do it the right way. Follow the rules, do what you're supposed to make it known, but know your stuff and understand things, why it's there. Don't just scream about it. Find out why, listen to both sides, and then make an educated choice, and don't push your views on other people. Be respectful.
All right.
I am the younger generation.
I learned that between the generations, like, and the different ages, I guess, there was a lot more focus on tolerance and understanding person to person versus education in the older generations. So, like, everyone who we asked that was a little bit older, they all wanted more emphasis on teaching, starting young, like getting more qualified teachers, like switching up things so that the education system would just be better built up so that the nation would have a stronger foundation, versus like the other kids just wanted to talk about tolerance and understanding other cultures, making sure you're not ignorant on certain things. And it did help to understand the generations that are older than us, because it definitely shows like what the education for them has taught them. And we'll probably end up the same way once we get educated to see how important it is. I would say that the suggestions that were brought up are definitely helpful, because it's a lot more like unified, a lot more, I guess, world coherence versus just being like super stuck up all the time. There's a lot more thinking about everyone else besides just yourself. And I feel like it definitely brought some aspects of society, like, but a lot more first world. Like today in society, there's a lot more problems going on than just like an education epidemic or like roads or laws or anything. Like there's a lot more that could be done for people in need everywhere else. So I would say on a secular side it definitely did something, but not so much for just like the world, the total world view.